Good afternoon, YouTube. Xfile 2708 back again with another pickups video, continuing to rebuild the collection. So I think it's 6 days now, maybe 7 since my last video. But I've got a table full of movies, etc. to share with you. As you're aware, primarily it's going to be horror, but there is half a dozen or so movies and documentaries that aren't horror related that I thought I'd put into this video as well. First item I want to show you something very controversial. If you're on my Facebook or my Instagram, then you'll have seen me share a picture of this last week. One of myself and Ghost Lou's local haunts over in Middlesbrough, Cash Converters, where I know the manager there, who very kindly gave me the Arrow House box set a few weeks ago. Went in there last week sometime, it would have been, or the weekend before. Looking at the Blu-rays, etc., he came across just talking to us in general, as he does, having a nice catch up, and he told me about an incident that he'd had in the shop the week before, where some religious nut of a woman came in and went absolutely batshit crazy because of an ornament that they'd got for sale. And honestly, you know, she was ranting and raving, saying how disrespectful it was for them to have this item in the shop, that they shouldn't have it. And like I say, she went absolutely batshit crazy. Needless to say, me being me, I said to Mark, right, let me have a look. And as soon as I saw it and I knew the backstory to it, I was like, yeah, get that wrapped up. That's coming home with me for the collection. The fact that it upset somebody that much, and was controversial, if you like, I had to get it for here in the horror room. And it is. There we go. Look at that. How cool is that? So it's a Nemesis Now ornament. A couple of people did post exactly what it was, but I can't pronounce it. Is it Baphomet or something? But some sort of satanic cult, religious ornament. But yeah, like I say, this woman was highly offended by it, and the fact that it might annoy people or piss people off to that extent really does appeal to my dark side, and it's a really cool item as well. So I figured I'd bring that back and have that on display for in the background of all my videos, just to see if it really does piss people off. So there we go. That's that one there. Let me just pop it back on the shelf, guys. 1 second. Do that without breaking it. Right, let's see. There we go. Can people see that nearly? Bring it across a little bit. There we go. It's in shot. Perfect. Right, on to the meat and gravy, as they say. I was trying to think beforehand. Is it meat and gravy, the saying? I don't know. Whatever, it's meat and gravy for me anyway. Right, non-horror stuff first, guys. First of all, I managed to grab Gears of War 4 for Xbox One. Look at that price. Absolutely brilliant. Loving Gears of War Ultimate Edition at the minute. Been playing through that the last couple of weeks. My first foray into Gears of War. Absolutely loving it. Not too sure how far into the Ultimate Edition I am at the moment, but I've certainly probably put 10-12 hours into it so far, and absolutely loving it. So when I saw Gears 4 in the local CX for £2, then I had to get it in readiness for completing that Ultimate Edition. So I believe the Ultimate Edition includes 1 to 3, so this will do nicely afterwards. And then I think they've done Gears 5 as well, so that will be coming into the collection at some point when I see it cheap. So there we go, Gears of War 4. Next one, again, this one was in the cash converters where I got my my new mascot for the channel from, and I picked up the collector's edition box set of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. So massive fan of the Monty Python films. I've got all 3 of them, including a lesser edition of this one. But this one comes with a what is it? Let's have a look. There you go. It's got the full movie screenplay, postcards, and a 35mm movie still taken from the original film print. That was in my local cash converters for £2.50, which is more than I'd normally spend, but decent rigid case. Let's just grab these bits. I won't go into detail, but I'll just show you very quickly. So there's the screenplay book. Again, obviously not been read, thumbed through, etc. There's the 35mm bit from the movie on like a collector's card, which is quite nice. The postcards, still sealed in the baggie. Again, I'm not going to get them out, but just a nice display piece really for me being a massive fan of the movie. So there we go. And then inside the case, you've got the 2 discs as well. So £2.50, like I say, a nice little upgrade compared to the version that that I had currently. So collector's edition number 24,874. There we go. Alright, quick slurp of tea. So many thanks for everybody that wished me get well soon on the last video. I was loaded with Ghost Lose Cold. Still got a bit of a croaky voice, but by and large I'm over the worst of it now. So keep well lubricated, as they say. Right, next one. I picked up a documentary. One of my all-time favourites, this one. Even though Billy Mitchell really does piss me off to the point that if I saw him in the street, I'd love to give him a quick swift kick in the nuts, let's say. Let's put it politely for now. But yeah, absolutely brilliant documentary, this one. Probably one of my all-time favourite documentaries. Documenting the world record attempt, or the world record battle, if you like, between Billy Mitchell and Steve Wiebe. If you haven't seen it and you've got an interest in that sort of thing, it's an absolutely brilliant documentary. Steve Wiebe, really nice, down to earth, family man, really genuine. Billy Mitchell, excuse my French, an absolute cunt. But there we go. I don't know if that's going to get me striked on YouTube or not, but he's an arsehole. I really didn't like him at all. But there we go. If you watch the documentary, you'll understand. So there we go. King of Kong, £1.50 that was. So more than happy with that one. Grabbed this one a few weeks ago. In fact, probably couple of months ago actually. I just haven't shown it on the channel, with, you know, generally sticking to the horror stuff, but big fan of wrestling growing up, not bothered about it at all now, much more into my UFC. But yeah, the 80s era of WWF, as it was back then, was by far my favourite. And Ultimate Warrior was my favourite wrestler at the time. So still gives me goosebumps to this day hearing his entrance music kicking in. But yeah, this is a really good documentary all about Ultimate Warrior. A lot of interviews with him, a lot of interviews with the wrestlers that were around at the time that he was wrestling. And yeah, it shows you a lot of the matches as well. So this is a 3-disc edition. So it wasn't too bad, £8 in the local CX. So that's that one. Then I picked these two up off I don't know, World of Books or Music Magpie, but the Incredible Hulk movies, going back to, what were they? Whatever the era was, but yeah, I'm on a kick at the minute rewatching the original TV show with was it Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. I've seen these films before. You've got The Incredible Hulk Returns, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk. So I just got those. I am looking to get the Blu-ray box set at some point, but I think that's out of print and hovering around the £60 mark at the minute. Even the DVD box set's around the £30 mark. So if I can strike it lucky at some point and get a chunk of CX store credit, then that will be a nice little treat coming into the collection. So that was those two. Right, I'll leave, there's a couple of TV box sets there, but I'll leave those off this video, and we'll get straight into some horror editions. So again, let me just have a quick slurp. Right, first one, it looks like a box set, but it's a set of films that have just been collected together within cash converters and then shrink wrapped and sold as a set. But it is, I'll show you the front. So it's that one. But you can see there loads of the individual Halloween DVDs. Now, those of you that pay attention will probably know that I already own all of these movies, but the Halloween franchise is a subset that I collect, and I do collect the variant releases for them. So out of these, out of these 7, there's literally just, oh, apologies for the glare, let's do that, there we go, that's better. Out of all of these 7, there's literally one there that I've already got as a duplicate. All of the other ones are cover variants or distributor variants. And the Brucey bonus for me, if I can see it at a glance, Halloween 4 and Halloween 5, which is a double DVD release in the middle. You can see there, and it's an Anchor Bay release. So that's an Anchor Bay title that I haven't got in the collection at the minute. So I think I've got Halloween 4 as a full Anchor Bay release, but I haven't got, you said Anchor Bay 4 and 5 then, but I haven't got Halloween 4 and 5 as the double pack from Anchor Bay. So that one will go into the Anchor Bay collection, and the rest will just go into the Halloween subset as cover variants. And the front one there, guys, you probably can't see it very easily, but that's got a slip cover as well, so not too bad. So for £10, there's literally one there that's a duplicate. All of the rest are ones that I need towards that Halloween variant subset. So next one, managed to pick up Sharknado 1 to 4. So I mean, I've had this for going back probably a month and a half now. I'm pretty sure it was one that that me and Ghost Lou picked up when we went across to Darlington. But again, it's been on the shelf, and you know, I've been doing pickups videos for all the Blu-rays and things like that of late. So figured I'd get this one shown. But yeah, Sharknado 1 to 4. I have already got Sharknado, the original, on Blu-ray over on the big shelf unit over there, but I hadn't got 2, 3 and 4 back into the collection yet. So shitty shark movies, very much my thing. And you know, for me, the Sharknado films have got a certain charm to them, and a decent level of humour in them as well. So for Sharknado 1 to 4 on a DVD box set, I wasn't going to turn that one down. So that's that one. They're not seen this one since it was originally on the telly. I think probably back in the 90s, if I remember rightly. This was, in fact, was it the 90s? I don't know. It says on the back 2007. But I don't know if that's when this particular DVD release came out, and it was released earlier than that. So, but anyway, it is. In fact, does it say? No, it doesn't say on the CX sticker either. But Stephen King's The Stand. So this was a TV series, running time 359 minutes. So, like I say, I do remember it on the TV at the time. It was one that I watched through, quite enjoyed, but I haven't rewatched it since. Obviously, like a pandemic, end of the world thing. But yeah, long overdue a rewatch of this one, and from what I recall, I did enjoy it originally. So, looking forward to cracking back into that one again. So, The Stand, like I say, £2 on that one. So can't go wrong for some Stephen King goodness. Then took a punt on this one. This was a local charity shop. 3 DVD box sets. So The Evil Inside, The Corridor, and State of Emergency. So I do like picking up these, what are normally terrible horror compilations. I've got a few of them on the small shelf to my right hand side. I think I've seen The Corridor before, which, if I recall, was quite good. Don't remember seeing Evil Inside or State of Emergency before, so those will be first time watches for me when I get around to watching them. So that's that one. Another one, probably going to be absolutely terrible, and I paid £2 for this one on DVD. But it's a double movie film thriller pack. So the 2 movies are Class of 1999 2, which I didn't even know they'd done a second one of those, and one called Asylum Erotica. So no idea on either of those 2 films. So if you have been lucky enough previously to watch these, then let me know in the comments. Like I say, more than likely both going to be stinkers, but they were films that I hadn't seen before. So figured for £2 I'd pick them up and at least give them one watch in my lifetime. So, but yeah, let me know in the comments if you have seen them, guys. And then the last one for this pile, then we're on to the ones that myself and Ghost Lou picked up last weekend. This was another charity shop one. No idea anything about it. Very plain cover, but a title called Hacked Off. That was 50p. Again, it's probably going to be a really bad low budget movie. It's from the early 2000s by the look of it. I think that says 2004 in very tiny writing. 7 friends on a weekend away, miles from anywhere. Just as the party's getting started, someone always spoils the fun. A fulfilling homage to the traditional slasher movie. So, never heard of it before. Again, if anyone has seen this one, then let me know in the comments if I'm in for a treat or a hard slog. What is that? Ooh, okay. Now, I haven't seen that before. So you've got the disc inside there, as you'd expect, but then there's a postcard, obviously promoting the film Hacked Off, but it's actually been signed on the back. There we go. So no idea who that's been signed by. So if anyone has heard of this film and you have any ideas on that signature, then please let me know in the comments. So nice Brucey bonus that for 50p. Right, another quick slurp, guys, and then we'll be on to the most recent of the horror pickups. Right, let's move those across. Right, so these are pickups that myself and Ghost Lou when we were out last weekend, so I grabbed these. So we'll start off with some 4K goodness. So my good friend Tim Cole very kindly last week sent me across the 1992 movie, the original Candyman on Blu-ray, and my local CEX, look at the price on that, 4K for the 2021 Candyman, down to £6. So it was one that had been on my radar for a few weeks, but what I tend to do with the 4Ks in CEX, I add them to my watch list and I just keep an eye every Thursday when the prices change. And quite often, you know, some of the ones that hover around the £8-10 mark do occasionally drop to the £5-6 mark, which in this case this one did. So very happy to snap it up for £6, and that includes both the 4K and the Blu-ray edition. So really pleased to add that one into the collection, and yeah, never seen it before on 4K, so looking forward to giving that one a watch. Next one I picked up, just started rewatching this one on the Fire Stick actually. So American Horror Story Season 1. Most of my TV watches these days, I tend to stick to the Fire Stick, if that makes sense. But for American Horror Story, massive fan of this series, or this franchise. A couple of seasons that I really wasn't too fussed about later on down the line, the likes of Ragnarok and Apocalypse. But certainly the early seasons I was a massive fan of. And yeah, just started rewatching through season 1 last week. So there we go. So in fact, earlier on this week it was that started rewatching that one. So season 1 for £3 on Blu-ray, and it's a 3-disc set as well. So pretty sure season 1 and season 2 are quite cheap, but then you get up to the likes of Freak Show and you're looking at £8 upwards. So I'll just grab those as and when I can. But £3 for season 1, which is obviously, was it Murder House, is it? Is that what it's called? I can't even see. Pretty sure it was called Murder House. But yeah, absolutely loving it so far. I think I'm maybe 5 episodes in at the minute, and yeah, really enjoying it again. So there we go. Season 1 of American Horror Story. And then the same CX also had Asylum Season 2 for £4. And again, that I think that's a triple Blu-ray, not DVD, what am I on about? Triple Blu-ray set for £4. So binge watching season 1 at the minute, so it probably won't be long before we're on to season 2. So there we go. American Horror Story Asylum. Right, next up, I'd forgotten I'd actually got this one. 2 video nasties towards my full section 1 and section 2 set that I'm collecting. First one, super obscure, this one is Boogyman or Boogyman 2. Difficult one to explain this. This is the only physical release since the original VHS version. However, this DVD release has been reimagined, I think the phrase is, compared to the the VHS, and it's an absolutely horrendous version, but there is no other way of adding this one into the collection on physical media as it stands at the moment. There's been no American releases, can't import it from any other country at all. So this is, say, the only way that I can add this one into the collection. It's a reimagination, and apparently it's an absolutely terrible version. There's very little actually of the Boogyman 2 movie in this release. They've kind of, by all accounts, I haven't actually seen it yet, they've put lots of footage from the original Boogyman movie into this, interwoven it with other random bits and interviews and things like that, and then the only snippets from the true Boogyman 2 movie that are inserted are like fast forwarded frames if you were watching it on an old VHS, and it was literally just, you know, the bit where you flick forward, so it's really obscure. But I've got this just for completeness towards my full 72 set, but I'm led to believe the original VHS version of Boogyman 2 is here on YouTube. So when it comes to watching it, I'll be watching the original VHS release of it. But just for completeness for this collection, this is the only format that you can get Boogyman 2 as it stands at the moment. So there we go. That's one video nasty-ish. And then the other one that is definitely a video nasty. This is a section 2 that I needed. Struck it lucky on this one. It's a film that I've never seen before. My good friend Dan over at Dan's Movie Room showed this on his channel. I think it was on a pickups video last week, so link to Dan's channel in the description. And it put it back on my radar. I'd forgotten that that this was a section 2 video nasty, and it had been on my Amazon watch list for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years maybe, one that I'd never picked up before. But Dan showed it on his channel last week, and I thought, oh yeah, that's one that I meant to pick up years ago but never did. And I looked on Amazon at the time. There was a marketplace seller, and I think it was Momox, which is the third-party seller over in Germany, I think they are. They'd got this one, I think, for £5 something plus £1.26 delivery. So Blu-ray, this has cost me £6, and it is the full uncut version. So that's another one off my my list. Like I say, I've never seen it before, but everybody that I've heard speak about it over the years has described it as one of their favourite video nasties. So really looking forward to checking this one out. So probably one I'll check out either later on this week or over the weekend. So I think that pretty much puts me, I think, almost 30 now out of the 72 nasties across section 1 and section 2. So there we go, guys. Dead and buried. Right. 2 more to go, guys, and then I'll let you disappear off. So I'm getting a bit of a rumble on, so I need to go and grab some dinner myself. So, right, this next one. This is thanks to my friend Tim Cole, as I've mentioned already earlier on in the video. He sent me through a parcel last week with a load of goodies in. But I've had this probably on the side to show probably for a month and a half, 2 months now. Just haven't got round to showing it. But I think Tim did a director's overview or a ranking of his John Carpenter movies, and this was one that he showed. So I picked it up because it was a John Carpenter movie, or part of it is a John Carpenter movie. It'll make sense in a minute, hopefully. And it's also an Anchor Bay release. So like I say, I probably watched Tim's video a couple of months ago. It was late of an evening. I'd had a couple of rum and cokes, and as you do, you get carried away. You watch a YouTube video and you think, oh, I wouldn't mind that, and before you know it, you've brought it and paid for it, you know, alcohol kicking in and all that. But it's a double DVD box set. So you've got John Carpenter's Cigarette Burns, and then you've got Stuart Gordon, which obviously did Reanimator and From Beyond. You've got one of his called Dreams in the Witch House. So it's a box set that I've never seen before, but Like I say, Tim showed it on his channel. See there, you've got the Anchor Bay logo going on. And yeah, it's two, I think they're classed as shorts really, because not too sure how long the John Carpenter movie is, but I think The Dreams in the Witch House, when I checked, was about 52 minutes. So yeah, double Anchor Bay box set, which I hadn't seen before, but yeah, this one, I mean, it was literally only, I don't know, £6 to £8 delivered, I think it was, off eBay. So not too bad at all, but really nice condition box set. And it's yeah, it's an addition to the Anchor Bay collection. And Cigarette Burns I haven't seen yet, but it was one that that Tim recommended, so I am looking forward to checking both of these short movies out. So if anyone has seen them, again, let me know in the comments. And please check out Tim's channel. So likewise, there'll be a link in the description to Tim's channel as well. And finally, again, some more Anchor Bay goodness for the collection. I've picked up the Pete Walker collection. Didn't know anything about this one. I did check when myself and Ghost Lou went out at the weekend. I checked the local CX that we were off across to, and this one came up. Didn't know anything about it. Did a little bit of research, and turns out he's a an exploitation stroke shock director from the 70s. So this is a 5-movie box set of his, and as you can see at the top there, it's an Anchor Bay release. So love the coffin shape of the DVD box, really cool. And this contains 5 films from the 70s. With it being exploitation, I'm really looking forward to delving in and watching all 5 of these. So we've got Die Screaming Marion, The House of Whipcord, Frightmare, House of Mortal Sin, and The Comeback. It says at the bottom, the Pete Walker collection is a unique testament to the enduring importance of this great British filmmaker's unnerving brand of terror cinema. I won't show you all of it, but you can see there you've got the DVDs in this card sleeve there. They're all the Anchor Bay ones. There's a cool little booklet there as well. And yeah, you've got the 5 films, so really looking to delving into this one. I do like you know, some more of the obscure stuff, and like I say, it's a director that I don't believe I've seen any of his films, but the fact that it's exploitation and shock, etc., or that's what it's described as, then yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to giving this one a watch through. All 5 of the movies, and yeah, it'll look nice on display on the Anchor Bay shelf to my right hand side. So there we go, guys. That's me pretty much caught up for now. So I have got another video to do. Where are we today? We're Wednesday, so probably over the weekend, which I'll be dedicating to pickups of old school horror, so the likes of Hammer, etc. So again, these are ones that I've picked up across various CXs over the last month or two. So I've got enough now to lump it all together in one video and share it with you guys. So that'll probably be upcoming Saturday or Sunday, I'd say, all being well. So there we go, guys. If you have seen any of those, then let me know your thoughts in the comments. Always nice to have that interaction with you guys. Any there that I've picked up that I said I haven't seen, if you've seen them, again, let me know what I'm in for. And as always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now, guys.